to cloud. Yeah. So cloud is nothing but, okay, cloud computing is nothing but you are you are you are accessing your resources like computer resources through the internet. That is nothing but cloud computing. So cloud is you are accessing your uh, cloud is nothing but internet. Okay, so you are accessing your computer resources like CPU, RAM, memory, hard disk, okay, storage or whatever it may be. Okay, so all these resources you are accessing through the internet. That is nothing but cloud computing. That is very simple definition, guys. Okay. Yeah. So in cloud, okay. So when it comes to the cloud, we have different types of clouds in the market. Okay. We'll see that part. Okay. Uh, Basically, we have different cloud providers in the market. What are those? Okay. So Microsoft Azure, Amazon AWS, Google Cloud, we call it as a Google Compute or GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and several other cloud providers in the market. Okay. So why we need to come only to the Azure? That is the main question in everyone's mind. Let me give some answer for it. Why we need to learn only in Azure? So if you learn one technology or if you learn one cloud provider, then rest of all are similar, guys. Okay, no need to worry. If you learn Azure, then you are happy to learn. You can easy to learn other cloud providers like you can learn AWS, you can learn GCP and other few other cloud providers in the market. These are the major holders. Okay, uh, cloud major shareholders. Let's see. Cloud shares by AWS, Azure, and GCP. Yeah, this is the one. Let's see. Hope everyone is able to see the diagram, right? Yeah. So when it comes to the cloud provider in the market, AWS is almost occupied 34% in the market. Okay, 34% in the market. When it comes to the Azure, it is the next largest one. Okay, next it is in second place, guys. Azure is in second place. Okay, AWS is in first place. It is not small, guys. 21% in the market. It is in not in the India, not in one country. It is worldwide, throughout world. Okay, Azure is almost occupied 21 percentage, and the next is AWS, correct? And the next one is GCP, Google Cloud. Next, the next one is Alibaba and IBM Cloud, Salesforce, Oracle, something. These are okay. And what is the on average cloud market is $217 billion. Okay, it's not a easy one. Okay, that's the reason why you have to learn the cloud. Fine. So in each cloud, okay, in each cloud, it has basically three models, guys. Okay, one is private cloud and private, public, and hybrid. Private, public, and hybrid. So what is mean by public cloud means? So public cloud is nothing but it is available for everyone. Okay, it is public. Okay, so take an example of public cloud. I can say that public transport, like your trains, okay, and flights, like uh, your public organizations like government offices. Those are available for everyone. Everyone can access the public services. That is nothing but your public cloud. Your public cloud in the sense where everyone can use the same public cloud. Okay, and that's the reason why the public cloud will get it for cheaper prices. Correct? Take an example that if I want to travel from one location, suppose take an example, I want to travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Okay, if I utilize the public service, like if I go by public, like government bus and all, then I will get it for 500 to 600 rupees. Okay, if the same thing, if I go by like any private bus or kind of any, I can go by my own car, then what will happen? It has its own charges, right? Because I am going private. Okay, in the same pattern, in the public service cloud, you will get it for lesser prices. Okay, where everyone can access your same cloud. Got it? Yeah. And the private cloud is private is nothing but you are owning your own services. All the cloud is owning by you. Okay, that is nothing but private cloud. So in private cloud, what will happen? The cost is very high because they will dedicatedly assigning resources to you. No one cannot share your uh, cloud. It will be assigned dedicatedly to you. So the reason why in private cloud the cost is very high. Okay, and the next model is hybrid. Hybrid is nothing but combination of both public and private cloud is nothing but hybrid cloud. Okay, here both private is there and public is there. Okay, so compared to the cost wise, the private is very high cost and very high secure also. Why? No one cannot access it. You are in the private zone. Okay, that's the reason why cost is very high and security is also very good in private cloud. Yeah, so public cloud means in public sector what will happen? The security concerns are there, little bit security concerns are there, and also the cost is lesser compared to the private cloud. So which cloud you have to choose, where you have to put your application, and everything will be decided by the your organization architect. Okay, you no need to worry because right now you are just entering into the cloud. You are not like after you working for 10 to 15 years, then you will become a cloud architect where you can give the suggestions to the organizations. You have to go this cloud, we have to use this application, and how the your application will be, what kind of database you have to use. Everything you can give a suggestions after you work for 10 to 15 years, more than 15 years. Okay, right now just concentrate on what are the different cloud models we have, and they will give everything. They will give you a documentation. Based on that you can deploy your services. Okay, fine. Then coming back to the in cloud, there are basically three categories. In public cloud, if you take, it is a three categories. In private cloud, it has three categories, and in hybrid cloud also you have three categories. What are those categories? SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS model. SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS model. SaaS is nothing but software as a service. SWAS. Okay, S stands for software as a service. PaaS means platform as a service. IA stands for infrastructure as a service. What exactly this means? What exactly this means? Okay, what is PaaS exactly? Let's see that. Okay, so SaaS is nothing but software as a service. Okay, so what software as a service means? Take an example that when it comes to the Azure, we have a Outlook, we have a Outlook, or we have a Teams. Okay, what it is exactly? Outlook is completely developed by Microsoft. You no need to do anything. You can simply come and use the service. Pay how much you used, pay that much to the Microsoft. That is nothing but SaaS, software as a service. You no need to do anything because the software is already developed. Okay, software is already developed, and you just have to utilize it and pay how much you have utilized. That is nothing but software as a service. Yeah. So then there is a other model called PaaS model. Okay, PaaS model. What is PaaS model means? In PaaS model, only only you have to only what will happen in application and data you have to maintain. What is the application that you want to use? That one you have to decide, and the data, what kind of data that you want to keep it. That is, you have to define it. Rest of the things like your runtime, your middleware, your OS, your virtualization, your server, storage, and network, everything will be taken care by your cloud provider. You don't need to worry on this. Okay, only what you have to do, which application you want to connect to the database, and what is the data that you want to keep in the database. That two things you have to take care, and rest of all the things like your runtime, your middleware, your OS, okay, your networking, everything will be taken care by the your patching also. Everything will be taken care by the your cloud provider. Okay, this is the platform as a service. And the next one is infrastructure as a service. What is infrastructure as a service? Okay, what is infrastructure as a service? Here, little bit it will vary. Okay, your application and data and your runtime and middleware and OS you have to maintain, and rest of the things like your networking and virtualization, servers and storage will be taken care by the your cloud provider. Okay, when it comes to on-premise model, what will happen? The everything like every part you have to take care. What is these parts? Your application, your data, your runtime, your middleware, your OS, virtualization, networking, and servers, everything you have to build up. Okay, that's the reason why what is on-premise is nothing but your data center. Okay, this is also IaaS and SaaS and PaaS models also nothing but data center only, guys. Okay, but what is happening, instead of you, they will maintain your data center. Okay, they will maintain your data center, and how much you are using, pay that much only. They are offering mainly three types: SaaS model, PaaS model, and IaaS model. Yeah, so we'll see in Azure what is a PaaS model, what is IaaS model, which will comes under PaaS and SaaS and IaaS models. Will slowly will enter into that part. Okay, fine. Understand everyone, right? What is SaaS and PaaS models? Okay, in PaaS model, so in PaaS model only you have to be your application and data you have to be ready, and rest of all your cloud provider will be given to you. Okay, in IaaS model it is same like as your on-premise model, but very few things will be changed. What are those and all, I will cover up in the later sessions. Okay, let's move to the another one. Okay, what are the basic advantages of cloud? Okay, why we need to come to cloud? Let's see that. Okay, yeah, cloud is just an internet where you use servers and storage, and where you can access the cloud computing. Okay, cloud based computing is nothing but it is basically use of the services internet or by individuals and organization over the internet. That's what we discussed, right? Cloud will be something like this. Okay, I'm just taking an diagram. This is take an example of this is a cloud, and where your storage and everything will be managed by your cloud provider. Fine. What are the characteristics of cloud computing? What is the characteristics of cloud computing? Characteristics means what exactly it will qualify. What exactly it will qualify. Let's say that. Okay. The first main, the major or the main characteristics of the cloud computing is elastic scalability. What is elastic means? Elastic means it will stretch. Stretching means if I take an example of there is a band, elastic band. Second, guys. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, fine. So what is elastic scalability means? Elastic means it will stretch. Okay, it will stretch, and when you release it, it will come back to its original position. Okay, here is also same. What is elastic means? Whenever I want, suppose they, like take an example that um, like Amazon, sometimes or Amazon or Flipkart, sometimes what they do, they will announce a republic sale or independent sale or kind of any mega sale kind of, they will put more discounts on the products. By the time what will happen, the more users will come and they will do the shop, right? Okay, by the time what will happen, I cannot run my services with the less resources, correct, right? During that time I can increase my resources. Resource is nothing but your RAM, your compute power, or your storage, everything whatever it required, I can increase by that time. Got it? And again, the big billion days sale is over. Now what? I can run my application with the minimum, whatever the earlier it was there. That feasibility is there, guys. Okay. In what will happen in on-premise, if you purchase a server, then you have to utilize it. Got it? Once I purchase a server, I have to utilize it. I cannot go and give it back to the this vendor saying that I don't want. I already my period is over. My big billion days is over. I don't want to run with this server. Can you take this server? No, he will not accept it. Okay, why he will not accept it? Because that is purchase model. That is nothing but on-premise model. In cloud, it is not something like that. Boss, whenever you want, you can take this server, and whenever you don't want, you can give it back to us. We don't charge it. Okay, that is the next feature. Whenever you want on demand, I'm demanding you, give me servers, give me CPU, 100 CPUs, give me 200 GB RAM, I want, give it to me. They will provide always, and they will charge based on how much usage you are. Okay, that is the next very important feature. Pay per use. How much I am using, I am going to pay that much only. Suppose if I use it for 1 hour, yes, for 1 hour only, I'm going to pay the amount. Got it? If I create one server and I will utilize it for 1 hour, I will pay for 1 hour only. Got it? Unnecessarily, I don't need to pay for the entire day or something. Okay, that is very very important, guys. Pay per use. How much you are utilizing, pay that much. Okay, this is very very important characteristics of cloud computing. That's the reason why cloud is it is booming in the market. Okay, so few applications are there. Suppose if I take an example that there is a dev server or a wait server, I want to use that service for next 1 hour, 2 hour, or 3 hours. Then after I no need of that. Correct, right? So by the time what I will do, I will create my service for 1 hour, and then after that I will demise that server so that I no need to pay for extra. Yeah, on demand as resources will be given. This is already discussed. Okay, whenever you demand, they will assign the resources to you. Okay, resiliency. What is resiliency? Resiliency is nothing but move your workload to different server without later version of the customer. What is resiliency means? If something is happening to your server, okay, automatically they will move to the next server, next kind of high availability. Got it? If I create some resources in Azure, so something happened to that particular site, you no need to do anything. The uh, the recovery part and everything will be taken care by your Microsoft or your cloud provider. Okay, yeah. Multi-tenancy. What is multi-tenancy means? You can utilize the multi-users. It is not restricted to only one user. You can have multiple users can access it. Okay, there is no restriction at all. You can have the multi-tenants. Okay, when one server is down, cloud provider move the workload to the different server. That is nothing but workload movement. Workload also they will be taken care. You no need to worry of anything. Once you created the server, everything, every part will be taken care by the your cloud provider. That is the beauty of the cloud computing. Okay, that is the beauty of cloud. Fine. What are the main advantages of the cloud computing? What are the advantages? Okay, it is cost efficient. Why the cost efficient? Because how much time you are utilizing your service, pay that much only. That is nothing but cost efficient. Almost unlimited storage, unlimited. Okay, so suppose if you take your on-premise database or on-premise data center, it is having its own limitations. Okay, in cloud, what will happen? You can go with beyond. How much storage if you want, I am ready to provide. Okay, that is the your cloud. They will offer the unlimited storage. It is easy to access the information. If you have a net internet, yes, you can go and utilize the your your cloud provider and you can access the information. You don't need to worry of that. So and backup and recovery is also very easy in cloud. Why? I said right. So based on the agreement, whatever the service that you are utilized, the backup and recovery policies are predefined. You don't need to worry about of your database. If you create your database in Azure, you don't need to worry. They will take care of your backups. They will take care of your database and automatic integration of your software. Okay, the integration part is also very quick, easy. What are they are from predefined applications. For that application, the integration part is also very easy. And this feature, I like it very much. What is this? Quick deployment. If I want to create my one virtual machine, I can create within within 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Hardly I can say that. For sometimes it will take only 5 minutes, not more than that. If you want to build same kind of server in your real time in on-premise model or something, it will take like hours and hours. Got it? Your networking, your cabling, your routing, and after that, your OS installation, then disks installation, and top of that, your databases, everything. It will take at least 4 to 5 days, guys. Here, you can do it quickly by 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, very quickly you can do it. Just allow me for 1 second, guys. Got it? It is very quickly to deployment. And next part is there are some disadvantages, guys. I cannot say these are disadvantages, but I can say these are the limitations. Okay, few people used to say that these are the disadvantages of the cloud computing, but I can say that these are the limitations. Let's see what are the limitations. Internet connection. Yes, if I don't have internet, then don't go for cloud. Without internet, how can I access the cloud? That is a basic thing it required, right? Without the internet, can you able to access my class? No, right? Okay, a good internet should be minimum requirement. Okay, that is the one of the limitation. And security concerns. What are these security concerns means? So few people like banking domains, financial domains, okay, and other who are dealing with the very personal data or country data or any the country related military data, okay, country related um, very sensitive data. They don't go generally for the uh, cloud. Why? What they feel that they might threat your data or they might stolen your data, something they are feeling, but that is not the exactly thing. Okay, so your cloud, what, when you are trying to create your services in the cloud, when you made an agreement with them, they will clearly tell you that if something happened with your data or if your data is stolen by someone, the cloud provider will take 100% responsibility. you can sue them. Okay, whatever the penalty amount that you have uh, agreed with the cloud provider, you can penalize that much amount. Okay, but still some of the people in the market, they feel that they have very less security for the cloud providers. But this is not the exact thing. They will offer more security. They are saying that it's a more security. If something happened to your data, we are 100% responsible. But still it is a myth in the market, guys. It's kind of a myth. Okay. No control on resource. Yes, somewhat it is there. You cannot control your resources. Okay. You cannot control your resources. Why? Because you you are creating your services in a cloud, and obviously the cloud provider have the full authority on you. Okay, full authority on you. We'll see that what no control on the resources, why they have given something like that. We'll see that part slowly. Okay, and it depends on your cloud provider, in which cloud provider you are going. Okay, they have their terms and conditions. You have to follow the terms and conditions. Okay, that is the minimum thing, right? So if you are using a Azure, or if you are using a GCP, or if you are using a AWS, they have their own terms and conditions. You have to agree and you have to follow it. This thing already we have seen, right? Public and private and hybrid models. Public cloud means these are all we have already seen. Okay. Yeah. So what is on-premise exactly? Okay. What is on-premise? Let's see that what is on-premise. So on-premise is nothing but, okay, you have to maintain everything. Suppose I want to create one application. Okay. So for that application, what it required? It required a application server, it required a database server, it required a middleware server, it required a networking, it required a uh, storage. Okay. And also other features like your McAfee for the antivirus and all the features. And if you want to keep any one server, you are not supposed to keep it in your room or something, right? Where you have to keep it in a separate room called, we call it as a data center. Okay, for this data center, what will happen? You have to maintain everything. Okay, your servers, your servers. Okay, your servers will be keeping in a system called, or in a room called data center. Inside the room, there are a racks. We call it as a rack. Rack is nothing but it will be a rack, something like this, where they will place all the servers in the rack. Okay, in rack, servers are connected with the cables, network cables. Why? Because to communicate with each other. That is nothing but your communication system. Got it? So when it comes to the on-premise model, everything you have to maintain your data center. For to maintain this data center, again, if you take this data center, you have to pay the rent for it. Got it? And rent and security and maintenance, power bill, power or electricity bill, and then your uh, AC. Always your server should cool, right? If it gets heat, means what will happen? Server will get hung. Once the server is hung, means the processor and all will not work out. Okay, that's the reason always your server should be into a very cool room. That is called data center. Okay, let's see that how the on-premise data center would be. Okay. This is a data center, guys. Okay. This is what I told. This is a rack. Okay. These are nothing but your servers. These are servers. Okay. See that if you see the yellow cable, this is nothing but networking cables. Okay. This top, they will keep all the routers, switches and everything. Okay. Here the network, the cabling system will be arranged. Okay. Here the AC cooling will come like this. Okay. To maintain this, it's not an easy job. Okay. It's a cost based. Got it? Yeah. So you no need to worry all of these things. These will be maintained on behalf of you, your Azure or your the GCP or your AWS. They will maintain your data center on behalf of you. Okay. And pay as you go. How much you want, you can use that and pay that much only. Got it? Yeah. And
So what is the difference between data center and on-premise server?
on-premise and data center both are same.
Both are same.
Yeah.
Then how it varies from Azure server?
Yeah. Azure is nothing but we'll see. Um, guys, directly or indirectly, what Microsoft is saying, they will maintain everything on behalf of you. Okay. You can create your servers in the Azure data center. Okay. You don't need to maintain your data center. Suppose uh, Bharat wants to maintain a company, or Bharat he want to build up his own company. So then what will happen? Bharat is a software company. So Bharat has to maintain some data center, right? Why data center is required? Where he is going to save the data? Okay, that is nothing but your data center. Okay, so this data center maintenance and all, what will happen? This is nothing but on-premise. Where in on-premise, you have to maintain all these things, guys. All these things. Okay, your networking, your servers, your racks. Okay, your this system, everything. And for this, to make secure, what do you have to do? You have to install the CC cameras, right? And also uh, you need a security. Got it? You need a security, and you need a maintenance also. Maintenance is nothing but power maintenance. Okay, everything you have to take care. On behalf of you, what Microsoft is saying, cloud is nothing but they will maintain these data centers very vastly. Okay, very vastly. There are thousands and hundreds and lakhs of servers they will build in a their data center. Okay, so what you can do, whenever you requested, they will assign a server to you. What you are going to do, you are accessing your server through the internet. That's it. You no need to worry of uh, your security, or you no need to worry of your where the server is and what kind of cooling system I have to give. Okay, how much power bill it is generated. Got it? What network I have to use. All these things you no need to use. You no need to worry. Okay, just simply
Yeah,
use it and pay for it.
hassle free.
Yes, it's a hassle free.
It's renting. We are renting
Correct,
their
exactly.
premises.
You are
Yeah.
renting their services.
Okay, got it. Means Azure team, they will maintain their own data center. Like we should not maintain.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. They will
We
maintain
won't be, yeah,
they
we
will
won't
maintain
take
their
the
own
server.
services. Now what you have to do, you have to learn it how we have to use it. That's it.
But from Azure side also, they physically the data center will be there.
Yes, exactly. If it is not there, means where the data is going to be stored.
Okay.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they will deploy their data centers into different regions and all. We'll see that part later. Okay. In each region, they have again different data centers. I will tell you that part later. So as of now, anyone having any doubts?
Hi, sir. This is Satish.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Satish.
Uh, yes, sir. Actually, the difference between on price that is
On premise. Yeah.
On-premise and Azure means, so Azure will be maintain the data center owned by,
Correct.
right?
Exactly.
So on-premises will be also maintain the data center, right?
So on-premise is nothing but, guys, where if you suppose take an example that if Satish want to maintain a company, so what will happen? Satish have to do all these things, right? He has to build up a application. What kind of service he is providing? He has to maintain the data. He has to maintain the runtime, middleware, OS, virtualization, servers, and everything. Okay, this is nothing but your on-premise. In on-premise, what will happen? The cost is very high, guys. Okay,
Okay.
why? You need a separate room. You are not going to
Yes.
you are not going to keep in your home or something. Okay, why?
Okay.
Because you want to be in a IT industry, IT corridor, correct?
Mhm.
In
Yes.
IT corridor, if you want to take or if you want to rent a house, rent a room, how much the
Mm.
charge would be? Very high,
More.
right?
Yes.
Too much. Okay,
Too much. Yes.
and on top of that, you have to all the things you have to do it.
Mm.
Okay, you have to install the racks. Why you have to keep the servers into the racks? Okay,
Mm.
why only into the racks means where the cooling will become, okay, from the down. And when you get a chance to visit any data center, plus please go and visit it so that you can understand. I visited multiple data centers. That's the reason I have that idea how much it is difficult to maintain a data center.
Okay. So on premises means I should be maintained from my side.
Everything, everything
Yeah.
you have to
So
maintain.
it will be more cost. That's why they will go to Azure.
Exactly, that is the reason why nowadays all the companies they are coming to Azure.
Okay.
Going future, like if I take an example that after 5 to 10 years, no, no one will not maintain their own data center. Everyone will go to the cloud only.
Yeah. Okay. Because
Okay,
this is more high cost.
yeah, to maintain the own data center it is very big hectic for everyone.
Mm.
Okay, so
Okay. Thank you.
the larger companies like Microsoft, AWS, and Google, they can handle it because their network is very big. Okay, and each country they will uh, rent a buildings, and they do tie up with the governments, and they build their own servers. Okay, and they will rent for it. Got it? Any other questions, guys? Because we already we can finish it quickly. First 3 days would be like a demo, and the actual things will be started from Monday onwards. If any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, I think all are clear. Then we are fine to catch you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Would be tomorrow same time.